I want to talk to you about how you eat on this new floral innovation diet. Um, what we don't do is we don't eat sugar or things that readily convert to sugar because sugar feeds fungi. Fungi ferment and then use that fermentation process, alcohol, to pass through our tissues and cells and organs and things like that. So we don't eat sugar or things that convert to sugar readily. What does that mean? That means we're going to eat things like brown rice noodles, and we're going to eat vegetables. And if we eat fruit, we're going to isolate them during the day and we're going to juice them because we don't want the sugar of the fruit to be next to the fiber so that it can sit and ferment. If we eat sugar in fruit and it's juiced, it's going to pass through the digestive tract without being available to be fermented. So if we eat fruit, like I said, we're going to wait 6 hours between meals. Our next meal would be 6 hours later. What I do is I eat 2 cloves of garlic, a teaspoon of cinnamon, hawthorn berry, echinacea, golden seal, a few other things. 2 pills of each a day in the morning. And at night, I eat half a cup or a cup of yogurt. And the yogurt that I find is a coconut milk yogurt without much sugar in it. So I kill the flora in the morning, and then I replenish the flora at night before I go to bed. During the day, I drink lots of water, and what I do is I put freshly squeezed lemon in my water to increase the acidity or pH or decrease the pH. And what that does is it creates an alkalytic response in our bodies, increases or lowers the pH, makes it more acidic in your stomach. Your stomach doesn't have to produce so much acid, and then your body responds to balance that acid renally and respiratory in the respiratory system to create more of an alkaline tissues elsewhere in your body, and that will help create a non-floral environment or one that they have to fight against. Okay, so typically in the mornings, what I do is I eat eggs, and I'm vegetarian or pescatarian because I avoid the floral components that are in the animals themselves that then can alarm or alert my internal flora and then have that or my flora activate my immune system, etc. So I don't eat meat or chicken, hooved animals, red meat, pork, chicken. I only eat things like fish and or seafood, shrimp, scallops, things like that. So in the mornings I eat eggs and I eat vegetables. I stir fry them, put them with a corn tortilla. Now you can eat corn, but no flour. Um, and then for lunch I typically have leftovers or a salad. And then for dinner I have a salad with fish. Um, Now, after you've been on this diet for 6 months, you can start introducing things that convert to sugar, like beans or lentils. Um, Also, let's see. I also avoid things, dairy products like cheese and milk. Um, so no cheese, no dairy, and no alcohol. Alcohol passes through the stomach, drags sugar along with it. Now, years ago in '03, I got on this diet and I ate Everclear with a little cranberry, freshly squeezed cranberries. I boiled my cranberries, got rid of the fiber, just used the juice with water, and I could use a little Everclear because Everclear is almost 100 proof, and so it has no sugar in it. And if it goes through or passes through the stomach wall, it's not going to drag any sugar with it. So that's safe to drink if you just have to have alcohol. And I was in a horrible marriage, and I needed, actually, frankly, I needed the alcohol. So instead of having a cup of wine, I drank a little cup of cranberry juice that I made fresh with a little Everclear, and I could do that. So after about 6 months of being on the diet, you can introduce things like lentils and beans, and slowly introduce heavy creams and butter. But for at least the first 6 months, I would not eat any cream or butter or any dairy products. It's okay to eat eggs and any vegetable that you want. You don't want to eat white potatoes. White potatoes convert readily to sugar, and you don't want to eat beets. Beets are too sugary. You don't want to eat carrots. Carrots are too sugary. And I would stay off all fruit for at least 6 months to a year. Then, once you eat fruit, isolate it 6 hours, juice it, get rid of the fiber, and drink it alone. You might just pick a day that's all you're going to eat is our fruit that are juiced. That's it. Anyway, that's kind of what I do, and I'll talk to you some more about what I do later.